What does manhood mean to you?
Manhood to me means compassion. It means understanding. It means to grasp the bigger picture, the macrocosm, while paying attention to the microcosm. Manhood does not directly correlate with masculinity for me. So often, I think that, especially within our community, the BIPOC community, we often make it seem like in order to be considered a man, you have to be burly and rough and tough. And that's been a lot of the experiences that I've had growing up in the community. And I don't say that with any negative intention or connotation, but I know that it's, from my own experience, it's been much broader than that. The moments in my life where I have felt strongest as a man had nothing to do with my masculinity or my anatomical parts.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursday, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men, because frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I'm super excited about this brother today. He is yet one of those brothers that I have been trying to get here for a minute or four. But he does so many things. He's a person that uses both sides of his brain. He is an artist. And he's also an academic. He is a manager and he works in the creative field. He is a mentor and volunteers. He also happens to be the executive director of the Recording Academy Philadelphia chapter, also known as the Grammys. So please welcome Mr. Ramón Jones. Hey, Ramón.
Hey, Val. Thanks for that warm welcome. It's very good to be here with you right now.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you for being here. I'm so excited to get a chance to talk to you. And Ramón, as you know, we are on a mission to bust narratives, to bust narrowly defined narratives. It seems that if there is a camera in the media, it will find someone in our community that the rest of us are like, why? Knowing that there are so many more, that narrative is kind of overdone. And so we are here to make sure that we spread the word about Black men and the vast array, if you will, of Black men, and particularly around the spreading the narrative that is not just a myopic view that we see in the media. And then hopefully one day a young king who may or may not have a positive Black male role model in his life to be able to come to this repository of the same 6 questions answered by over 100 men and hopefully find guidance there. And then for the rest of us who are neither male or even Black to be able to also come in and just get an insight into this group, this enigmatic group, if you will, and perhaps find greater humanity there. And so I'm so glad that you are contributing to this repository. And I'm going to get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
Manhood to me means compassion. It means understanding. It means to grasp the bigger picture, the macrocosm, while paying attention to the microcosm. Manhood does not directly correlate with masculinity for me. So often, I think that, especially within our community, the BIPOC community, we often make it seem like in order to be considered a man, you have to be burly and rough and tough. And that's been a lot of the experiences that I've had growing up in the community. And I don't say that with any negative intention or connotation, but I know that it's, from my own experience, it's been much broader than that. The moments in my life where I have felt strongest as a man had nothing to do with my masculinity or my anatomical parts.
Got it. Got it. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you, Ramon. So, Ramon, who and or what is important to you?
Family, and in family, I mean both biological and chosen. I've been very fortunate as a transplant to Philadelphia. It's almost 20 years now. I moved here on June 22nd, 2004. So I'm at 19 and a half years. So next year I'll be celebrating 20 years in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. Shout out to Deanna Williams. But it's been a really wonderful opportunity for me. I don't have any biological family in this city, but Philly very much has embraced me as a son of the city. And I have people who I absolutely consider family, beyond any blood ties, and that's probably the most important thing that has really contributed to who I am, in my personal life with my biological family. I'm very close to both my maternal and my paternal sides, but those who the universe and God and the Creator, whoever you want to acknowledge, that greater power, those individuals that they have put into my life on all walks of my journey have made the most lasting and profound impacts on shaping the man that I am today.
That is beautiful. So, Ramon, how do you want us to see you?
Oh, that's always such a fun question, but it's always like, how do you really put it into words? I want to be remembered as a person who loved and was loved. I try to lead with that. I know people say you shouldn't go out with your heart on your sleeve, but I hate that people make such a negative thing about that. Like if you're so powered by love that represents any type of weakness or naivete. I don't think so. I think love is really the greatest power, and it is such a weapon if used properly. I'm not saying be a fool and just haphazardly stumble through life just throwing love by the handfuls, but you should definitely lead with love, and that's so important to me, and it connects to the whole family aspect and everything that I've mentioned thus far. Like, love is how I want to be seen. I want to be seen as love, a lover, and one who is loved.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, Ramon, what is your epic dream?
Oh my gosh, to rule the world. No, I'm just kidding. My epic dream is to, like, one day, wow. I have so many, and that's probably been why I'm stumbling here on, because I embrace the fact that even at 41 years old, I am still learning and changing by minute. So, and not in a way that's like just stumbling along, but like meaningful, thoughtful reflections internally. As I experience different dynamics, as the world changes, there are different things that I want to embrace. But the biggest thing I want is to be an impact to young Black men in the community. I've loved, it's been an honor serving for Big Brothers Big Sisters. I don't, again, have not having any biological family in the area, but I have tons of nieces and nephews and younger siblings. So it's a way that I can connect and give back to somebody who is absolutely my family, even though there might not be any blood ties. So I want to be remembered as someone who intentionally, again, through love, gave back to uplift others.
That is really beautiful. And so you've been answering this question all along implicitly, but I'm going to ask you explicitly.
Sure.
Mr. Ramón Jones, who are you?
I am, oh my gosh, as you said in your introduction, I'm so multi-dimensional, I'm so multi-layered, multifaceted, and I embrace that. Again, it's all those things have contributed to who I am, and as I sit here before you today and share with your viewers, so I am an artist at heart. I will have to say that, although my life has pulled me down a lot of other paths. I've worked in the financial sector, I've worked in the social services sector, academia, but the arts is my core. And I've always had opportunities where I can connect those various aspects of my life to the arts in some capacity, because, I mean, it is what it is. I really believe that the arts in general, particularly music, is universal, it is powerful, it is magnetic, it is healing. And so that's a huge component of who I am in general. But I'm just a fun country guy from Cleveland, Ohio, Midwest guy who has had amazing opportunities to experience the world. I've been able to visit 72 countries now. It might have been a few less when I first submitted the bio, but like I'm so fortunate, and I don't take it lightly by any means, Val. Like, I'm so grateful for everything that I've experienced, good or bad, or, positive or negative, however you want to look at it. Everything has been a meaningful contribution to who I am.
That's really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So here we are, already at question 6,
Okay.
Which is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't ask you, or you wanted me to ask you that I didn't? In other words, what did I miss?
I don't think that there's anything that you missed. I will invite your viewers, if you see me, please come and say hi. I am absolutely that guy. Again, that's part of my Midwestern, maybe more like country personality and upbringing. But I love people. I love to engage with people. Some might have considered that as I'm not going to say a weakness, but at times it can be pretty daunting because I'm not a people pleaser, but I love people. I love human interaction. The pandemic was particularly difficult for me because I'm used to physically in-person interactions with other people. And it was kind of like difficult to sit in my apartment and my own little office and like just stare at screens nonstop for like almost, 2 years. So that was an eye-opening experience to me to let me know just how important people are in my life and to be able to engage with them as meaningfully as possible. So that's what I would like to share with your listeners, your viewers. If you see Ramon, please just say hi. Let me know how you encountered me. Give Val the shout out. I'm just great to connect with people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's interesting that you're saying it. I was thinking, I don't think there's been a time that I've been in your presence since the second time I've met you, or actually since the first time I've met you, where we haven't hugged. Because I think the first time I was like, hi, how are you doing? And next time I was like, hey,
Absolutely.
no matter where we are. And I appreciate your consistency in that. I appreciate just your joy of life, and that you embody that, and it just is effusive and it comes out of you, and it's so beautiful. One can't help but smile. And it's the truth. Like just recently we were in after the reception that we were at, and it was a film screening, and the people around, and I just watched the people around you, and everyone was smiling, including the servers bringing over those yummy treats, right? And so,
indeed, yeah.
Right. And so I just really appreciate you. I appreciate your presence in the world. I appreciate the many facets of you. And as someone who uses both sides of their brain, it's like, game recognizes game, right? And that there is something really powerful. And I'm so grateful for your witness in the world, if you will. And so I honor you, my brother and my king. And I just pray that all of your epic dreams, the ones that you articulated and the ones that are tucked way down deep inside, I pray that they come true and that you will continue to be the force that you are in this world. And so thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Val. I wholly receive that. Thank you so much. And it's definitely a privilege and an honor to know you. I absolutely consider you as family. Like you said, after the first encounter, hey, bring it on in. Give me that hug. Because you've been an amazing. And likewise, I say the same thing about you. Your smile lights up a room. I watch how people respect you and embrace you and celebrate you as a strong Black female leader in our cultural community here. It's a big deal. I applaud you, and you have been extremely consistent in your personal and professional interactions, and I just love that. So the feeling is 100,000,000% mutual, Val. Love you dearly.
Love you too. Thank you so much. And stay right there because I want to thank the audience for joining us today. I really hope that you enjoyed this conversation as much as I did. And if there is a positive and successful Black man in your life that you want to see highlighted in this forum, please click the link below or in my bio, fill out the nomination form, and we'll take it from there. We are well over 100 amazing men. And I say it all the time, but it's worth saying again. I always am really bad with like those idioms. Anyway, I'm going to say it again. Success does not mean what someone does for a living. They may have been a vocal coach and a trainer and an artist manager and working in a business school in the finance and a professor and all these things like Ramon, or not. What really matters is the content of their character, because Ramon would have been Ramon no matter where he was working. And so the impact that that content is having, that character is having on the people around them, the nuclear family, whether it's chosen or by birth, and then everyone else. Those are the brothers that we want to contribute to this repository, because it is time for us to take back our own narratives. And so thank you so much again for joining us. Stay tuned next week for yet another amazing king. And in the meantime, please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thank you so much. And Ramon, thank you. It's awesome.
Thank you, Val. Thank you so much. It's a privilege, honestly.
Thank you.